Doris, thanks. And Clark, we all know he wants to come out here and move on.
And you have to, Kevin. I mean, last game was last game. You got to forget about it. Tonight's a whole nother story. And we'll be watching how he approaches it.
That's one of the biggest things in the NBA. 82 games, you're going to have some bad ones. So how you respond to adversity really defines you as a player.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Terrence Jones checked in for Howard. Ariza comes in for Motiejunas. And it's McDaniels in for Brewer. And a switcher also for Utah. Evans is checked in. And Beverly always pushing the envelope with what he can get away with. To set the tone defensively, Clark, he doesn't mind that it means he fouls out of a game here and there.
Yeah, and you know, Kevin, with the shot blocking behind him here in Houston, he's able to cut loose with that ball pressure and harassing defense.
He kicks it to Jones. And the layup's good off the glass. Jones has got his first bucket in this one. Jazz leading by 12. Burke kicks to Adams. 1:11 left in the first half of basketball. And Jones sends it back. And he recovers it. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Burks. No good off the back of the rim.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Jones with the screen on Hayward. Beverly dishes to Jones. Beverly the pass to McDaniels. Teardrop shot, and that is good.
They slowed down casting those triples here in the second.
I'd actually like to see them go back outside, Clark, because they had a good flow, a good pace here early on.
Adams against Jones. Burke kicks to Burks. Adams outside. Pulls it from the elbow. And that one's good. Adams has got 10. There's 10 seconds left in the first half of basketball. It's Harden with the drive. Here's Ariza. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it through single digits. And so we can.
Well, James, throughout the.
All right, guys, focus on me. We got them where we want them, and we can quiet these fans.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. We're looking fresh. What a contribution.
Yeah, it's been sheer dominance.
Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. And Utah making a change here. We've got Harden. Brewer is out there with Motiejunas. Then there's Terry. And it's Howard in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Exum passes to Ingles. Baseline J on the way. Let's find out what Jordan answers.
And he wants their offense to run through him. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Exum passes to Ingles. Feeds to Adams. Booker in the corner. He dishes it to Exum. No good on the 3. Houston's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Terry outside. Here's Howard. And that one's good. Dwight Howard! Utah leading by 20.
Well, Dwight Howard, I think, still the best center in the league, but I think his back injury back in 2012 has robbed him of some of his explosiveness. But the despite that, he remains one of the most athletic centers the league has ever seen. I love what they're doing, trying to put the hammer down, attacking the basket when they can.
Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to Charlotte.
Yeah, they gave away a lot of points at the free throw line in that game. Maybe it was being on the road, maybe they were just out of sync, but something had them rattled.
Steve, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but clearly the misses from the stripe had an impact.
Adams outside. High quality look, and he sinks it. Adams has got 12 points in the game.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Here's Howard. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. Howard's got 4 points this quarter. Utah leading by 22. Here's Adams. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Rockets shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Well, that shot was made possible by the work Dwight Howard did.
Houston making some changes. Jones checked in for Moniunas. And it's McDaniels in for James Harden. Evans, he's checked in for Utah. Hayward comes in for Trevor Booker. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Howard against Adams. Pocket 6. Shoots from the elbow. Misses off the right iron.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
McDaniels kicks to Terry. And another shot. Shoots over Exum.
Jazz foul call. Adams.
Rockets have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit.
Well, the season numbers for this club are really low. I mean, this is something that the team has been focusing on. They've got to improve.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Jazz leading by 17. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now let's go back to our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, this had to be the choice. It was an absolutely sensational feat, putting him way up there above the rim so that only his teammate could catch it. And not only does he do it, but he powers it down from there.
Yeah, the timing of these plays are just phenomenal.
No question.
So on the floor for Utah, tearing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Jeremy Evans is out there with Hayward, and it's Adams in at the 5.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of you.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I think he was just enjoying the moment up there.
There's a screen. Free throw line jump shot. Here's Jones. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Here's McDaniels. Another miss by Houston. So for the Jazz, their last game, a loss to Dallas. Here's Adams. Ariza with the rebound.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Well, the bounce pass was the key to the play.
Final quarter of play, about 1.5 minutes off the clock into it. Burke dishes to Adams. Burke's the pass to Adams. Kicks it to Burke. Clock at 6. Now, here's Burks. Not a lot of room. Adams' shot is off. Rockets trail by 19, and it's the Rockets on the break. Now, here's Beverly. Burke covering. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Take a look at what Beverly's been doing. He's got 10 points. He's picked up 6 points from behind.
That's it. And you know this man.
At the line for 2.
Patrick.
Jazz leading by 16.
2 minutes.
Favors with a screen on Hart. Exum loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Exum.
And Patrick Beverly, a nice find for the Houston Rockets, makes an ideal pairing with Harden in the backcourt.
Yeah, he sure does, Kevin, because he's tough, he's defensive-minded. He's a good complement to Harden, and I think any team in the league would love to have him just because of that toughness and that competitive desire.
Moniunas is checked in for the Rockets.
Richard
Patrick Beverly comes in
Adams.
for Trevor Ariza. And a switcher also for Utah. Adams checked in. Utah shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Burks kicks to Adams. Adams right side. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, what we saw here tonight is one team just had everything going for it, and the other didn't. Huge margin of victory for the Jazz.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And when it's all said and done, the Indians will mark their 38th W on the year.
The most important aspect of this win will be the fact that they at least dodged the bullet in terms of getting swept in the season series.
And at 1-3, obviously the record against this team still won't be pretty, but at least it's not total failure.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for Fresh. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything really to stop him.
Screen by Howard. Here's Terry, and it's blocked by Adams. 44 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Puts up the baby hook. Oh, that's blocked. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Houston making a switch here. Jones is checked in.
Substitution for the Rockets. Terrence Jones.
Here's Hood. Passes it to Adams. Hood kicks to Adams. Just 4 to shoot. With the shot. It's rebounded by Houston.
He slipped into quite a funk here, Clark.
I think that's a good word to describe it. I mean, the basket is looking awfully small to him at the moment.
Brewer's shot is off. So it's Utah now. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Exum passes to Adams. It's off. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They put on a show tonight.
Hi, Kevin. Derek,